not played Yu-Gi-Oh! Since around March of 2019, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I have never seen Virtual Worlds, not once. No one around here has played them, and all I've seen are, I don't even know what I've seen, so I don't know what to expect. I have no idea. Nubbins, help me! So here's the situation. I am apparently going to become a competitive player in only a few days. I am very nervous and very stressed out. You guys remember when I made that video called Confidence in Yu-Gi-Oh? I said I don't have any, and I still don't. So I do not know what I'm gonna do, and I don't expect myself to do well, but I want to do good enough that it's not a waste of my time to be there. And I don't want to drag my team down. I don't know what I'm gonna do. A few days ago, my boyfriend asked me to be a part of his team to go to a 3v3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament that is a whole 3 hours away. And me personally, having not played in so long, of course did not want to do that. And I didn't want to be the weakest link on the team for sure, and I definitely didn't want to drive 3 hours away just to lose. So I of course immediately asked, well, what about this guy? And this guy couldn't make it. I was like, what about this one? This one couldn't make it either. And I was like, what about this one, please? And this one is busy. So I apparently am the last hope for this 3v3 tournament for them to go to, and I don't know what I'm doing. But we have a Drytron deck, and I hate it so much. I think it's so boring and bad, but not in the sense that it's not something that could do well in the meta format thing. Just bad in the sense that I think it's toxic to the game and not necessarily my playstyle. So I have that, and basically the goal is to force myself to learn how to play it super well in the course of only a few days. So I am going to become a super competitive player by the time this tournament happens, or not at all. And so my goal is to push myself to study this deck almost religiously. I'm going to playtest against it. I'm going to mirror match with it, obviously, because other people are going to be playing Drytrons as well. And I'm going to try not to complain too much. It gives me a headache to play, so I can't imagine lasting too long in a tournament with it. So this is going to be fun, or maybe not, but we'll see how I do. But essentially what I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to film me practicing with the deck and learning it, and I'm going to film our little practice tournament, which is a sneak peek that's actually coming up this weekend, and then I'm going to take it all the way, 3 hours away, to try to win. I don't know what it is, if it's even a real official Konami tournament or not. I just know that it's a tournament of some sort. I haven't gotten any of the details at all. All I know is that apparently I'm playing Drytrons. I have to do well. I do not want to be the weakest link. I have not played in over a year. I do not know what I'm doing or what to expect, and I've never seen Virtual Worlds, and apparently they are the best deck this format, and I expect there to be dinosaurs. So I hate going against dinosaurs, but I like nubbins, so that's something. So I don't know. We'll see how this journey turns. At least it's getting me back into the game, right? But anyways, at the end of this, I will either be a success or I will be a huge failure, or maybe somewhere in between. But it's going to be interesting to try to play a deck that I do not like and bring it to a tournament when I haven't played in so long. So let the challenge begin. By the way, they're just burning up his cards, so they're okay. Okay, so it's been a few days and I just got out of the shower, so I look like a poof. But I'm gonna catch you guys up on what happened. Apparently, right after I was done filming what you just watched, later that night we got a text from a friend of ours that was going to be playing in our team, and he said that we couldn't go because nobody signed us up and they ran out of spots. So we're no longer doing the 3v3, and when I heard that I was like, oh, thank God. And I slept for the next 2 days until I had a terrible nightmare last night. I'm not even kidding. I legitimately had a terrible dream last night that I went to an event with Nod, and I traveled there and I got really upset at him because he always carries his backpack that has all of our cards in it, and there have been so many times we've gone to an event where I've been like, hey, did you bring my stuff? And he's like, no. So I had a really bad dream that we went to an event and I signed up to play, I paid money to play, and then he's like, oh yeah, I don't have your deck. And I got so upset because I basically paid for Yu-Gi-Oh cards and then didn't get to play Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was super upset. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, I forgot. We have the sneak peek still. So I've played Droitrons a total of like 5+ times, which is pretty good. It's not like practicing to the extreme, which is where I've needed to be, but like I now understand how they work and I kind of get their plays, but I'm not to the point where I can just snap combo, you know, or do the plays consistently enough without needing to think about it, and I'm really bad at slow playing, so I'm a little nervous. But tonight is locals and I'm not really sure I'm gonna play, but I'm definitely gonna try to do test hands, because just like how some people can't do online classes because they don't have the school environment, for me it's really hard to play Yu-Gi-Oh when I don't have the environment of people playing Yu-Gi-Oh. So hopefully we'll do some test hands and maybe play against some people, and then we'll see how I do in the sneak peek. So bye! It's early and so I'm gonna catch you guys up. It was a little hard to film because I'd left my tripod at home. It was a little hard to film with one hand, doing plays with only one hand, so I didn't film how I went about my test hands, but I showed you guys a few of the hands I drew into. Some of them looked very, very strange, and some of them that looked very strange ended up being very good, so I learned how to play around with that. And then last night we had a friend come over and I got to play the mirror match against Droitron, which turns out it went from me and one other person playing Droitrons to now there are 4 Droitron players after last night. So I don't expect to do very well because my Droitrons, sadly, are not. We had just finished tweaking my build to where I thought I would have a better chance to go against other decks and do so consistently. And then after we had done testing and playing against each other and talking about matchups and all the hard work, we found out that 2 other people would be playing Droitrons as well, and my Drytrons sadly do not have droplets in them because droplets is expensive and we don't own droplets. And I do not know how I'm gonna do. But luckily last night, our friend Spoon, also known as Gara of Ben 10 Yugioh, he helped me learn plays that I would not have known otherwise, and so shout out to him. He really helped me start to actually kind of enjoy the deck. Like, I still stand on the topic of it's toxic, but not like toxic as in the worst thing that's ever been made, but toxic in its play style, and I think some people can agree with me on that. It's good because of what it does, and not necessarily good because it represents what Yu-Gi-Oh should be, if that makes sense. But I actually started getting the hang of the deck, so hopefully I remember everything I was taught yesterday and I can do okay today. So I'm now on to continue getting ready and waking up. It is raining outside, so sadly I couldn't bring nubbins with, but we are currently on our way to the sneak peek. We're going to apparently buy a whole box, and then my goal for today is to at least win one game. Like, not even a whole match, just a game, and I'm pretty sure I can win more than just one, but I'd be really disappointed if I can't even win one. So I think what we're gonna have today is we're going to have one virtual world player, we're going to have 3 other Drytron players, there's only 12 spots, I think we have a trains player, and then the rest I'm not actually sure about, so I'm kind of excited to see what those decks are going to be. So I at least know that I might go against Drytrons at least once today, since we are the majority of the decks that we're going to see there. Yeah, let's see if I can win at least one game.
Ritual, the new ancient warrior trap. Yeah, there's the armor dragon ritual that we were talking about. Hey, put him over here. I need that. Hey, there he is. First secret, Eldritch the Mad Gold Lord. That's actually one of the secrets I was looking for. That's the main one I wanted out of the set. Skylar, Giga Thunder, Gigclops. I think we ought to have our place. Yes! There he is. There's our white guy. Cool. After that, I think people will play moving forward. Spriggan's Branga and. Hey, there we go. Got 2 of those. Not bad.
Like,
actually, I could play
I would rather probably not play that card.
Yeah, you just play Invocation.
Play better cards. Like,
play Invocation with the zombies, yeah.
Oh, hey, look at
Hey! That's the actual card I needed. That's the one. Okay, so I got the 2 cards I was actually like looking for. Out of it. The Lilithreat and the Gold Lord. So that's.
So, my score sounds miserable. I went 1-3 out of, 4 games, and you went
2-2.
So my score sounds really bad, but I actually ended up having a lot of fun, and I did a lot better than I expected. I won my first match, so I was like, yeah, I did it. and then what was his deck? It was like
Sky Striker?
No, that was game 2. It was like
Oh, Metaphys.
Yeah. So my first.
Are you not 2-2?
No.
Oh.
No, so I won against Metaphys in my first match, and then my second match was Sky Striker, and I honestly could have easily won it. If it wasn't for the fact that I bricked so badly I couldn't do anything, that sucked. He was sitting next to me the whole time, and I was like, I can't do anything. Give me something good.
That was the story of my life.
I couldn't do a single thing, so then my next one, I went against our friend Spoon, and
My arm got tired.
and so it was a dry time mirror match. So I bricked really badly game 1, and so he easily took it. And then in game 2, I beat him, so that was really fun. And then we went into game 3, and if I had hit him with only 100 more, I would have won. And the reason why is because in the last second, I'm not kidding, the very last second, he hit me just 100 above what he needed to. And so that was a painful loss. So I could have gone 2-2 today, but sadly it just wasn't there for me. And then I lost really tragically to Crusaders because they OTK'd me game 1, and then game 2 I just did not draw well at all. But other than that, I did really well. I played really well. I actually remember why I enjoy going to tournaments now and stuff, and it's been over a year since I played at a tournament. I have played casually, but not very often, so it was nice to play in a real tournament again. What do you think about it?
I enjoyed it. I didn't like playing against Altergeist.
You don't like Altergeist?
I hate Altergeist. I don't like things that don't let me play, which is kind of a blanket term, but Altergeist is a deck that keeps.
I was playing something that doesn't really allow
yeah, exactly.
people to play.
Like you're playing Vanity's Ruler, which doesn't let you play. But
I don't like playing decks that don't allow people to play, which is why I felt kind of dirty playing it. So I'm really proud of myself because I didn't slow play once, which is honestly a huge accomplishment for me because sometimes I like to overthink my cards and my plays, and so there wasn't a single time when I slow played today. I actually think I competed pretty well. There were some moments where I was like, oh god, I wish I had a little voice in my head that could just be like, hey, do this play, because I was like, this one. But yeah, no, it felt really good to be able to play again for real. And I maybe we'll do this again sometime, hopefully soon, if we are able to. And we also opened up a whole box of whatever it's called that will be
Blazing
on
Vortex.
That'll be on his channel on Invoked 101 if you want to check that out. So
Has good pulls.
thank you for supporting my journey, and it was fun. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.